Aloha, it's Kiana, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, mahalo to Longs Drugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longs Drugs for all your shopping needs. Details are coming in about last night's mass shooting in Virginia. Authorities say a Walmart manager opened fire on fellow employees in the break room of a Chesapeake store late Tuesday night. 6 people were killed and another 6 were wounded. The shooter, identified as Andre Bing, used a pistol in the attack and apparently shot and killed himself before police arrived. At least one employee who witnessed the shooting said Bing fired indiscriminately at a group of about 15 to 20 people gathered in the break room. Walmart said Bing was a team leader who had been with the company since 2010. The assault was the second major shooting in Virginia in a little over a week. On November 13th, 3 University of Virginia football players were fatally shot on a bus as they returned from a field trip. And 3 days ago, a man killed 5 people at a gay nightclub in Colorado. The U.S. has recorded 40 mass killings so far in 2022, compared with 45 for all of 2019. A Los Angeles police officer violated policy when he shot at a suspect inside a clothing store last year, inadvertently killing a 14-year-old girl. That's according to findings from a civilian oversight board. Officer William Dorsey Jones Jr. fired his rifle 3 times when police responded to a Burlington clothing store in the San Fernando Valley in December. Inside was 24-year-old Danielle Elena Lopez, who had attacked 2 women with a bike lock. Jones opened fire at Elena Lopez when he saw a bleeding victim crawling on the floor. The shots killed the suspect, but one also struck Valentina Orellana Peralta, who was in a dressing room. The 14-year-old died in her mother's arms. The LA Police Commission concluded that Jones' first shot was justified, but the next 2 were not. Jones could face disciplinary action or firing for his actions. The Hawaii Department of Health today reported 10 new coronavirus-related deaths and 1,169 new infections over the trailing week. That figure includes reinfections. Hawaii's COVID-19 death toll stands at 1,732, and health officials have recorded 366,340 cases since the start of the pandemic. The 7-day average of new cases increased to 149 from the 142 reported on November 16th. The actual daily average of new cases is estimated to be higher due to unreported home test results. The state's average positivity rate also increased from 5.1% last week to 5.5% this week. There were 10.5 cases per 100,000 people, up from 10 last week. By island, there were 870 cases reported on Oahu, 128 on Hawaii Island, 100 on Maui, 56 on Kauai, 2 on Molokai, and 1 on Lanai. Another 12 infections were reported outside the state. COVID-19 vaccination rates remain largely unchanged, with health officials reporting that 78.2% of Hawaii residents have completed the primary series. Nearly 15% of the state has received the new bivalent booster. A 59-year-old man has been charged after he allegedly attempted to rob a money transfer business in Waipahu. Prosecutors charged Richard Moniz with second-degree robbery on Tuesday. Police said a man identified as Moniz entered MB Remittance Center Hawaii Ltd. at about 12:30 Sunday afternoon. He claimed he was armed and demanded money from employees. Officers arrived at the scene and arrested Moniz on suspicion of robbery. Meanwhile, a 38-year-old man was arrested Tuesday after an alleged robbery in Waikiki. Police said the suspect struck a 46-year-old man with a metal pipe and took his scooter. The incident occurred in the 1900 block of Kalakaua Avenue at about 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. Police located the suspect at Ala Moana Beach Park about an hour later, where he was arrested on suspicion of first-degree robbery. Finally, the cat's out of the bag at New York's John F. Kennedy Airport. Earlier this month, a traveler on his way to Florida unknowingly packed a live cat into his luggage. The feline would have made it onto the plane unnoticed had it not been for the airport's X-ray machine. Agents manning the unit spotted the outline of the stowaway named Smells on November 16th. TSA spokesperson Lisa Farbstein tweeted a photo of the incident that showed a tuft of orange fur poking out from the partially unzipped bag. The traveler told agents that the cat belonged to someone else in his household. The cat's owner said smells must have crawled into the suitcase of a visiting friend. She didn't know her tabby was missing until airport officials contacted her. The passenger missed his flight but was able to get a ticket for the following day. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you back here on Friday.